Give it all you got until someone take you to the top so you'll become everything that you've been dreaming of. Baby, I've been in LA for too long, and I still ain't found a place to call home. Ain't no fun in making it all alone. All this glamour at Grammy parties ain't the same. Got me wishing that I never got on that plane. Now I'm stuck in California, just trying to get to you. I might drive back down to Georgia and wait there for you. I seen the fame, baby, they can have it. It ain't got nothing on you. Now I'm stuck in California with dreams that came true. Now I'm stuck in California, and it leads me back to you. Now I'm stuck in California, I'm just trying to get to you. Look away my insecurities, wasted with a bottle of Hennessy. Baby, I think that they all remember me. My mind ain't the same anymore. Sleeping on these hotel floors, thinking how could I have gotten this far? Ooh, all this glamour, Grammy parties ain't the same. Got me wishing that I never got on that plane. Now I'm stuck in California, just trying to get to you. I might drive back down to Georgia and wait there for you. Cause I seen the fame, baby, they can have it. It ain't got nothing on you. Now I'm stuck in California with dreams that came true. Ooh. Now I'm stuck in California, and it leads me back to you. It leads me back to you. Now I'm stuck in California, trying to get to you. California dreaming. Now I'm stuck in California, and it leads me back to you. Now I'm stuck in California, I'm just trying to get to you.
Welcome to Saturday night's short form improv comedy show, Comedy One Shots. We are Chaotic Good Improv, and we're going to be improvising for you guys tonight. So welcome. I hope you guys are sitting in someplace warm. I know I'm a little chilly. Had to turn my heat up in my house. But get ready for a night of some improvised comedy. We're going to be making everything up. We don't have anything planned other than the games that we're going to be doing, which means that we're going to need suggestions from you guys. So if you're watching us from Twitch or Facebook or YouTube Live, anytime we ask you guys for a particular suggestion, whether it's an occupation or a relationship or a place or a color or a mood, if you will, just feel free to type those into the chat. Chad will be monitoring our chat. He'll let us know what your suggestions are, and we'll use that for our scenes. Let's see. We've got a smaller size cast here tonight. So let me introduce who we have here tonight. My name is Chris. Yeah. Woo me! Yay! We've got Gabe.
Gabe.
We've got Melanie.
Hello.
And we've got Patrick. All right, and of course we've got Chad, our Hostmaster General, the guy that has all the gears spinning and knows how to do things like work on interwebs and computers and things. So I'm going to turn it over to him for some announcements. We have a lot of stuff coming up, and we might need to get through some of that before we start our show. But I'm going to turn it over briefly to Chad. I always want to say Chadwick, but I know it's not.
Let's please call him Chadwick.
This is actually a really common thing. Like, people think that Chad is short for something, and it is actually Chad. It's legally Chad.
Well, I just want Wick to be your last name. You're like John Wick's younger brother. That's like not as like ninjetic. It's just Chadwick.
I feel like
he can stream three things with one pencil.
All right, so Chad, any announcements that we need prior to us starting to do some haha make-em-ups?
Okay, so first announcement, it is in fact Chad. Second announcement, folks, once again, thank you so much for being here tonight. We really, really do appreciate it, and we love having you along for all this weirdness that we do. So thank you so much. We have a lot of stuff coming up. So first of all, let me just go ahead and get right to it with our holiday giveaway. Now, there was a little bit of confusion and everything. It looks like our holiday giveaway is actually still going to be going on until the 13th. Despite what the rules say, which will be amended accordingly. But we still have until the 13th to go ahead and put in those entries for your holiday giveaway. Get some of this really amazing CGI merch that you see up on your screen. We have hats, we have shirts, and we have an ornament, a handmade ornament no less, thanks to the wonderful Patrick. So go ahead and go in for your chance to win this merch at chaoticgoodimprov.com/contest for the official rules. Once again, this is not endorsed by Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, or anybody who, runs the streams. This is just our way of giving back to you, the folks who have supported us this entire time. And next, I am pleased to announce that we have all the information together for our show, well, most of the information together for our upcoming CGI Yuletide special, Chaos for the Holidays. That's right, we are going to be doing a very special holiday-themed show with CGI Improv, where we are going to make up a movie based on your suggestions, along with our other short-form shenanigans. Now, I would not like to march into the halls of justice for trademark infringement for what kind of movie we're going to do, if you catch my drift, but it will be something like that. And you may see some friends of ours come in and maybe play along with us as well. So that is a night you won't want to miss. So let me throw the information back up. That's December 12th, 7:30 p.m. Central. And this is really important. You need to follow us at facebook.com/chaoticgoodimprov. Follow us now if you haven't already, because we will be posting very important announcements about this show, because this is a benefit show for one of the most worthy charities that we know, the Firehouse Shelter. For those of you who don't know, we are based out of Birmingham, Alabama, and the Firehouse Shelter is a really, really good charity for the homeless in Birmingham. And they do a lot of good work. They have been closely affiliated with us, and we've done some things for them as well. So please, please, please check out that particular show. If you haven't seen anything else we've done, please check out this show, because it helps a lot of people, especially around this time of year. So go ahead and follow us on Facebook, and we'll give you more details on how you can actually help benefit the Firehouse Shelter and help those who may not have a home for the holidays to have a better holiday season. Next, don't forget, in addition to that, if you'd like to support what we're doing tonight, the best thing you can do is share the word to all of your friends, families, enemies, people you knew in high school. Let folks know that we are doing these shows every Thursday, Saturday, and Tuesday night. And also, don't forget, we have merch, like we alluded to earlier. Not only can you win it for free, but in the deal of the century, you can actually buy it right now at chaoticgoodimprov.com.
Perfect
and
stocking
check out our store. Perfect stocking stuffers, yes. matter of fact, a lot of us are actually buying this stuff to give out to our friends and relatives for the holidays.
It's a surprise, Chad.
Well, some of us. I didn't say all of us, but since you mentioned it. But yeah, guys, seriously, check it out. chaoticgoodimprov.com. Check out the store. It's great stuff. Last but certainly not least, we not only take your suggestions for the different games that we do, but we also take your suggestions for what we're going to call this entire episode going forward. So if you hear our actors say or do anything really funny tonight, or if you hear any weird themes that keep coming up and just tickle your fancy, go ahead and put those in the chat as a suggestion for the name of this episode. And we will call it that forever and ever in our archives on YouTube and Twitch. So check it out. And please go ahead and just put those into the chat. We've had some really, really good ones so far for our final episodes. And one last thing, don't forget, we are also supported by your generous contributions via twitch.tv/chaoticgood, Chaotic Good Improv. Check it out. We take Twitch subscriptions. We take Twitch Prime subscriptions at no extra cost to you if you have Amazon Prime. And we also do bit cheers. So if you'd like to support us in that way, that keeps us loud live, bringing the funny to you, and we really, really do appreciate all the little bits and pieces that you guys do to help us out. We do not take a single one of them for granted, including the one that Patrick Glenn 5 just did in the Twitch. That's being a really good example, Patrick. So with all that being said, thank you so much. Be sure to check us out on social media for information on all the above things we've been talking about. And I'm going to turn it back over to Chris so we can get started on the funny. So Chris, back over to you.
Thank you, Chad. You know, the hallmark of a good introduction is making sure that you know exactly what's going on in the future. So thanks for that was definitely what I would call a hallmark introduction. So that was good. That was good.
Wait, he enunciated the word "do" too. I thought we were doing a Scooby-Doo thing. Is that not what it is?
It's a mystery. We don't know.
Yeah.
All right, I might be out for the show then.
All right. All right. So, very first game we're going to be doing is for Patrick and Melanie. And what I'm going to need, let me change my background here real quick. And what I'm going to need is a suggestion for a location, any place at all. It doesn't have to be a specific city, country, state, county, whatever. It can be something as simple as a room, a trunk of a car, whatever. Just a place, a location. I'm also going to need any letter of the alphabet. Just type in a single letter. That's all we're going to need because we're going to be doing A to Z. The way this game is going to go is Patrick and Melanie will be performing a scene based on the suggestion that Chad gives to us that you guys have provided. And they're going to have one constraint on this scene, and that is that each sequential line of dialogue by these two is going to have to start with the next sequential letter of the alphabet. So if Melanie were to say something that began with the letter A, Patrick's retort would have to begin with the letter B, and so on and so forth. So, Chad, and we're not going to start with the letter A because that's a little too easy, which is why we asked you guys for a letter of the alphabet. Chad, do we have a suggestion for a location?
Okay, the location will be a gas station.
Gas stations. This, something to do with a gas station or gas or a station or whatever. And what letter of the alphabet will they be beginning with?
The letter P for Papa.
So P for Papa. All right. So the scene is going to begin with the letter P. They're going to get to Z, wrap back around to A, and the final letter will be P. So they're going to go from P to P. All right. So this scene has something to do with a gas station. This is letter sub. This is A to Z. It's Saturday night. I'm tired. In three. Wait. Let's start that over. Let's give them. This is A to Z. Gas station. Beginning with P and ending with P. In 3, 2, and 1.
Oh, Paul. I think it's time. I think we need to pull over.
Question: where do you think we're going to pull over at?
Right up there looks like something with some bright lights. At least we wouldn't be on the side of the road.
So you just want to pull up to any place with lights? You want to pee under lights? I mean, that gas station isn't open.
To make it clear to you, if we don't pull over soon, we're going to have a mess in this car.
You better hope we don't get caught, because if you'll be the one going to jail here. All right, so I'll pull over. All right.
Very good. I can be really, really, so fast.
Well, hold on. There's a car coming. And he's gone. Okay, all right, go.
Except I don't have anything to wipe with.
You can't be serious right now. Okay, there's some stuff in the back seat. See if you can find anything.
Zoloft. I'm good
All
now.
All right, honey. You said you took your medication earlier, but is that why you had to? I thought that's why you had to pee. Did you double dose yourself?
Baby, drugs don't make me pee. Drugs make me less conscientious about peeing.
Could be why you had no problem pulling over here under these bright gas station lights. And oh my God, there's a camera. I just seen it.
Do you think they'll catch me going to the bathroom? Now that I'm a little high, it's kind of exciting.
Eunice, you seem like you want to get caught here. Are you saying you want to get caught, Eunice?
For God's sake, honey, I don't want to be caught. I'm just saying if there's a video that goes viral, I'm not going to complain about it. You know what I'm saying?
Gosh dang it, Eunice, you planned this. You got me to pull over so you could. That camera's pointed right at you. You knew this was going to happen.
Hi.
I cannot believe you. I thought we said no more cameras and streaming and trying to be famous. It's not working out for you.
Just give me this, would you? I already gave up my whole career for you. I used to be a hand model, and I used to be famous, and now I'm nothing but a wife to a sales guy at a ballpark.
K Jewelers was the only place that ever bought your stuff, and you weren't even in the commercials. You were in their pre-nines. You were barely a hand model. Now you're trying to get famous by peeing in gas station parking lots. This is disgusting, Eunice.
Let me show you disgusting.
Man, I can't believe this. Oh my God.
Oh, nice. I think they're going to zoom in. Woo!
P was all I thought you were doing. You are full on giving a show. This is disgusting. I'm leaving you here.
And seed. That was first game off the rails. I love it. There's nothing like pretending to pee for cameras when there's a camera right here. I love it. That's good stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, Melanie. Trying to get famous on the internet isn't working well for you, so you stop. Yeah.
Okay. So really hoping my kids don't watch this show. Our next
Mom, what's going on? What are you doing?
Mom, it sounds like she's peeing, Dad. Okay,
she's a method actress, so you know.
I really peed. Excuse me. All right, this next game is for Chris and Gabe, and it's a game we call Change. Well, we're not the only ones that call it that, but anyway, I'm going to need a couple of suggestions, or actually just one. I'd like the weirdest gift that you think you've ever received, or the weirdest gift you would wish you could give someone. Just a weird item. Let's say that.
Is that the weirdest gift you think you've received?
That you think you've ever received. The weirdest thing you've ever received, or maybe what you'd like to give to someone special this year. Because what's going to happen in this scene, based on the suggestions, is Chris and Gabe will start a scene, and at any point in the scene, I can yell change, and they'll have to change the last thing they said to something new, and then own that. And I can do that as many times as I want. I can change the sound effects. I can change the speed. I can do whatever I want. So, oh dear, Chad. I'm scared. What's their suggestion?
Okay. I need to preface this. Apparently, the person who's giving the suggestion said they actually received this from Patrick. The weirdest gift they've ever received was a router.
A router.
Yes.
Wow.
I think we all know who we're talking about here, but yeah.
Wow. Is there
Romantic.
still time to get out of that apartment contract? Okay. Hey, routers are very good. Gives you the internet. So this is going to be a game that has something to do with a router in its change with Chris and Gabe in 3, 2, and 1.
It's good to see you back here.
Yeah, I know. It took me a while to find my way. I kind of forgotten how to get here, you know.
Well, that's why I gave you that little device you put up on your car dashboard when you're driving. It tells you the routes to go. It's a router I bought you.
Yeah, no, it was. I really appreciated it. It's really helped me. You know, I finally saw my kid again.
Change.
I finally got married.
Change.
I just kind of use it to get here. I've used it for some other things. I used it to go to the Wink and Kitty. It's a fancy club.
Oh man, Wink and Kitty. That sounds a little nefarious. When I bought you that GPS router, I pre-programmed in your address and my address just so you wouldn't get lost. Now,
Change.
I pre-programmed in your address and I left all the rest of them to just figure out where you go. It programs itself.
Change.
I bought it for you really because I wanted one for myself and I couldn't figure out how to use it. So I was going to let you be the trial router user. So I'm kind of curious how it's working out for you.
Hey, it's pretty good. I find it easy to use. You just talk to it, you know.
Change.
It's not like other routers, you know. You don't like it's not like Siri where you tell it exactly what you want. You have to build a relationship with it. And then it tells you where to go based on who it thinks you are. So really I think it's become my new best friend.
Oh man. No, I kind of need someone to talk to. I've been getting kind of, I don't think I need another relationship in my life.
Change.
You know, does it care like what your likes and dislikes are? Does it judge you?
Oh, it judges you, but it does care. You know, it judges you oh boy, this is embarrassing, but
no, hey, there's no one else here, man. Just
look,
open.
I told it what I wanted, and it took me to the Wink and Kitty. And as I turned off my car, it just said, "God sees you."
Man, it's a religious router. That's a good.
Yeah.
I could use some more Jesus to God in my life. I didn't need them routers. What do you think it can route me to heaven?
Change reaction and line.
You think it's going to give you the highway to hell?
Change reaction and line.
I know. That's how I felt too. It was shocking. It was about as shocking as anything I've ever seen. I don't think it's man-made. I think it came straight from God.
That would make sense, you know, when you get lost in life and you need some guidance. You know, God comes in technology all the time.
It's true.
I've seen God in technology. I turned on the television and I was like, gosh, you know, I wish I had some enlightenment in my life. And you know what? There was a commercial for light bulbs.
A change.
There was the Encyclopedia Britannica. I didn't even know them things existed no more. And the commercial came on.
Change.
My TV went off, and it was God telling me I was smart enough and I didn't need no more information.
They say God works in mysterious ways. So that is it. Truly is what I found to be true.
Well,
and scene. Oh my gosh. That I know.
Good enough.
You don't even have to say a word.
No, that was the reaction. That's all it did.
That was funny. My cheeks hurt.
All right. A religious router is kind of cool. Though. I kind of think that's a cool idea. We need to market that. All right. So our next game is going to be from Melanie and Gabe, but Patrick and I will be throwing in an assist here. We're going to play a game of pillars. What I need is a suggestion would be what would be something kind of stupid like to argue about? Sometimes you just get caught up in just it's the most mundane and innocent sort of thing, but people argue about it. It's kind of stupid, like who forgot to turn off the lights or something like that. But what would be some just argument that would be dumb, but people tend to argue about? We'll use that as a suggestion for this next scene. Melanie and Gabe will be performing a scene based on the suggestion. But at certain points in time, they're going to not be able to think of the next word that they want to say, and they're going to hold up their hand, and their pillar which will be played by Chris, myself, and Patrick. And I'm speaking about myself in the third person now. And we'll just say the first word that comes to our head. I will be Gabe's pillar, Patrick's pillar, and whatever word we say, that will have to be the next word out of their mouth, and they'll have to justify why that is what they're actually saying. So Chad, do we have a suggestion for just some sort of dumb argument or something that's stupid that people tend to argue about?
I don't see how this is even an argument, because I know which side I fall on this, but dark chocolate versus milk chocolate.
Okay, it's something to do with chocolate, whether it's dark or milk or white or sugar-free, whatever. This scene will just have something to do with chocolate. This is Pillars with Melanie and Gabe and myself and Patrick in 3, 2, and 1.
Well, Deborah, I think it worked. You finally fed the cow enough licorice. Now it's got dark milk. It's coming out gooey and gray.
Let me see that.
Yeah, it's like Go-Gurt.
Oh my goodness! It is. Hold on. It is.
Sounds like Go-Gurt.
It's good right out of the teat.
It is. I tell you what. I think we're gonna make a lot of money. Since you can't have petting zoos anymore. Maybe we'll just have kids come and try our Misty Milk. That's a good name for it. It's like the Hobbits.
I like Misty Milk. And you know what? We can gather the kids and pull out some
handrails.
Some handrails so they don't get too close to Misty, if she's in her mood.
Yeah. I do think that's a good idea. I think we need to make sure these kids they don't contaminate Misty. It's one thing to put your mouth on a tit. It's another thing to get too close to the face. That's what I think about cow care. Cow care is important, and you can never forget to take care of a cow's bonanza.
I don't think we need to be talking about the cow's bonanza in front of the children.
That's good. That's a good point,
sweetheart. Come on, honey. We are farm people. We're used to talking about things like bonanzas, but these kids, they just want to be just drinking the tit and get their milk. But listen, it's kind of a milky chocolate right now, and I want to kind of brainstorm with you on how we could darken it, because dark chocolate's kind of the thing now that the totsy people get. So maybe if we added some
Microsoft Excel.
I heard something called Microsoft Excel. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking maybe if we add it, I don't know what it is.
Well, I think that'd be a good way to plan out what we add and how much it might cost us, and a good way to schedule when we might give her these new implants. I don't know about feeding her XL. Maybe if we fed her Mr. Bill Gates.
Oh, do you think that would make her milk dark?
No, I just think it'd be funny.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to go get a
solo cup.
I'm going to go get a solo cup.
Yeah.
And I'm going to fill it at least 2-3 teats worth. And I'm going to go in there and I'm going to go in the kitchen. I'm going to stir up some different things. I don't think we have any Bill Gates, but I'm going to see what else I can add. I might even have some
River Rock.
I bet if I just grind it up into the milk, it might make it a nice creamy brown.
I think that could work real good. It's no problem either. I got out in the shed. You can use it you can grind it with my chainsaw. You crank that puppy up and just grind her on down.
Honey, this is the most exciting thing we've done since the kids done gun up and get out of the house. I mean, having our own little Misty Milk, we could create a business. Even.
Yeah, we'll be entrepreneurs.
Entrepreneurs.
Seed. Oh, I love how teats quickly transformed. They're just tits. That's just what
Yeah.
We're farm people.
Chad has a thing.
Just real quick, I want to make a very special note to welcome
we have
Stab
been?
Comedy and their raid for coming in on that last scene. So thank you so much, Stab Comedy. And hey, hope things are going well for you in Sacramento.
Yes.
I know y'all are still closed.
I
so
got
are we.
family in Sacramento.
Yeah.
All
Good
right.
Yay! I got family all over California. Welcome. That was a weird scene to come into, but welcome.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Lot of tit in that one. Sorry.
Teat. Chocolate teat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah, okay.
That's how it started. That's how it ended.
All right. Well,
Entrepreneurs. I like that. Though. That's good.
Entrepreneur was actually the name of my college punk band. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and mute myself and mute our actors for the rest of the chat because we're about to talk about some secret stuff. So everybody say bye, cast.
Bye, cast.
All right, and let me go ahead and mute them for everyone else. Okay, so it's just you and me right now, chat. And this is important because we're about to do one of our newer games that we've come up with called Chaotic Zoom Meeting. And what I'm going to need from the chat is a bunch of occupations or clubs or groups or anything that would involve, like, say, a Zoom meeting or something that would benefit from having a Zoom meeting. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to assign each of these jobs, organizations, or what have you to each of our actors secretly through our secret little chat. And they will all know who they represent, but none of the other actors will. And when we come back, we will start a Zoom meeting in which they all represent their own interests, but nobody knows who the other people are working for. If it sounds confusing, don't worry. It'll make perfect sense when we get into it. So go ahead and start putting in the chat all these jobs, occupations, clubs, or what have you. Let's see. Okay, so first of all, RM Little in the chat is suggesting magicians. So that is one. And go ahead and keep putting them in there, guys, because we're going to need several. So magicians, I'm going to say like a magician's guild. I think that would be good. So magician's guild, I know for a fact that Gabe would be perfect for that, because Gabe is actually quite an accomplished magician outside of improv. So I'm going to go ahead and assign that to Gabe. Okay, so that's one down. Come on, keep them rolling in the chat. Yeah, just because we got one doesn't... I mean, we got 4 actors here. Chris, Melanie, Gabe, and Patrick. So Gabe is taken care of. We need something for all the others. Alabama Farmers Federation. I like how it's specifically Alabama. So let's go ahead and let's take that. And I tell you what, I'm going to give that to Patrick because I think with all the jokes about... teats that he made and everything, it's only fair that he experience the life of a farmer. Okay, knife salesman and Doctors Without Borders from RM Little. These are good suggestions, actually. Doctors Without Borders. I'd like to see Melanie do this because Melanie has got one of the kindest hearts on the team. So I want to see Doctors Without Borders, and that will go to Melanie. All right, and whoops. Okay, all right. Last time for any chats, anything in the chat, any suggestions? Going once, going twice. Sold with knife salesman to Chris will be a knife salesman. Okay, so with that being said. Going into this game, we have assigned Gabe the Magician's Guild. Patrick is part of the Alabama Farmers Federation. Oh, Alpha. Okay, I see. Thought insurance, cool. Melanie is Doctors Without Borders, and Chris is a knife salesman. Okay, so with that being assigned, we seem to have lost a Gabe. I'm going to see how things are going here. Oh, Gabe is back. Cool. All right. I'm going to go ahead and go back real quick. Okay, guys, we're about to go back live with your audio, so cease any trade secrets that you've been talking about. In 3, 2, 1, we're going live with your audio now. Okay, everyone has their assignments, in which case I'm going to go ahead and call this Chaotic Zoom Meeting to order in 3, 2, and 1.
Well, y'all, I'm real glad that you could figure out these computers because I know we ain't real technological folk here, but it's really important, because Governor Kay Ivey's coming back down. She said we might have to lock down again, but we can't stop producing. All right, because we gotta make sure we feed Alabama. We gotta keep them fed.
Well, and not just Alabama. I need to make sure that we've got materials to go around the world. I've got patients, global patients that are dealing with this. They need help.
Now, we were talking about feeding Alabama. Now, I have been, we do know that there's issues with when it comes to utensils. I mean, we do give away a lot. We don't pre-slice up the food. And so what I'm thinking is we could probably do a package deal here where, free meal along with, maybe some jam spreaders, a little butter, maybe a carving, any of those. They have a lifetime guarantee.
Now you said free food there. That ain't gonna work for me, Jack. All right. I mean that's taking away from my livelihood now.
Yeah, we can't transport food. We need supplies and carving. I prefer surgical procedures, carving in
more of a jinsu sort of thing, then I guess.
Again,
what if we made food just appear out of nowhere?
Well,
now, hold on.
That would be lovely. That would be lovely.
You talk about revolutionizing the industry now. Now, if we can make food appear out of nowhere, that means I can get rid of my help. I can get rid of my tractors. I can get rid of my combines. We can just make it appear out of thin air.
Yep. Or we could make it just disappear into thin air.
I would like to have supplies that would appear in thin air as I travel to regions that are very, very hard hit with pandemic. And if I could have my supplies appear as soon as I get there, I would not need nearly the donations that I need right now.
Well, since you're doing so much traveling, I mean, we can knock two birds out with, two pairings. What we could do is I can give you, like, say 5 sets. And then you can give 5 people 5 sets. And then what they give you, you'll get a percentage from them. I'll get a percentage from you and a percentage from them. And you can keep just going down. I mean, these sets pretty much just sell themselves.
Jack, I'm not liking what you're saying there. First you're talking about giving away my product. Now you're talking about taking up birds. You're going to ruin my scarecrows. All right. I got a lot of scarecrows, and if you're out here killing 2 birds with 1 stone, you're throwing stones around my food. You're taking out my scarecrow. You're killing too many birds, man.
Well, I wouldn't recommend throwing these. I mean, they're sharp, but they're also they're expensive, and they don't break very easily. We do, and we can throw in a free sharpener.
And can they be inspected? Do they look normal? Do they look like there's nothing off about them, or that they've been touched up in any way?
I touch mine up. I just want, I like to make sure that they're in good working order. I like to oil them up, keep I don't want them to rust. They're supposed to be stainless steel, but I'll be honest with you, they're kind of skimped on that a little bit. But
well, I will only use stainless steel. It has to be sterile, and I am always gloved.
But that's good.
Well,
that's good. You don't want to get like some bacteria or nothing.
No, we
got to make sure. Bacteria. We got to make sure this is American-made steel because we got too much coming in from overseas right now. Like just last week, I found out that the avocados I was supposed to be buying from California actually coming from China and a country called Zimbabwe down in Africa. We got to make sure that we're keeping everything in America. You're not American now?
It is sold in America, and it can. I mean, we got some of these that'll cut through a tin can like an avocado. So we kind of are hitting around that same sort of wave, if you know what I'm saying.
I do know what you're saying, because sometimes cutting through, it's like a tin can for some of these folks that walk around barefoot in places like Zimbabwe in particular. It's very hard to do surgery.
Yeah, I have a hard time selling these in Zimbabwe, to be honest with you. I kind of just, not a lot of interest.
I think I could buy some.
I've had the same problem in Zimbabwe. There's just not much interest for what I do.
Why don't you come work for me?
And you can work for me too. If you take 3 of these sets and you find 3 people to sell 3 sets to, you get a percentage of what they get. I'll get a percentage of what you get and what they get.
That could work. I know.
I call it my triangle plan.
And scene. Well played.
Oh God.
Chris, I feel like I met you in college once, but when you were
work
trying to
for
recruit me into
Cutco?
your knife selling pyramid.
Yeah, knife
scheme.
sales. Yeah, exactly.
What were those knives that
The Cutcos.
Cutco, yeah.
Yeah, I have a set.
I'm not sure Cutco really counts as a pyramid scheme.
It was the guy who sold it to me was. And Melanie, were you like a WHO or like a
Doctors
Doctors
Without
Without
Borders?
Borders? Okay.
Yes. Patrick, what were you? Just a farmer? Farmer John?
I was specific to an area.
Alabama farmer?
American Farmers,
The Alabama Farmers Federation.
the Alabama Farmer Association of
Oh.
America.
So Alpha?
Yeah.
And Gabe,
yep,
were you
yep.
some sort of a magician or a detective magician or?
I was just a magician. It's the only hat I had on hand.
That was good. It was a good hat.
But
I was like, it's
either
Laurel
was
and
just
Hardy.
a member of the
Magician.
Magicians Guild.
Oh, okay, cool.
And you pulled something out of your hat. That was awesome.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Next game, Patrick.
Yeah. Next up is a game called Seen Three Ways.
Oh boy.
It's a very fun game that I particularly enjoy. That's going to be for Melanie and Gabe. So what we need suggestions for different genres of theater, different genres of movies, because what's going to happen is in this game, Melanie and Gabe are going to do a scene. It's a short scene, about 60 seconds, 60, 90 seconds. And then I'm going to ask that scene 3 more times, each in a different genre of film or theater that you guys choose. So Chad, if you can do me a favor, can you go back into the suggestions, find one maybe that caught your eye, maybe you really enjoyed, and see if, or maybe one of the stab comedy people maybe suggested one. See if there's anything that caught your eye that you really enjoyed.
Bunny-shaped clouds.
Bunny-shaped clouds. Okay. So the scene that Melanie and Gabe will do has something to do with bunny-shaped clouds. And then do we have any genres that they can act out? And I'm going to change my Zoom chat away from chatting with Chad directly to everyone so that we can remember what the genres are.
Certainly. Well, to start with, we have our old favorite rom-com.
Rom-com. All right. What else do we have?
We have a tragedy.
A tragedy. All right. Tragedy. And can I get one more, please?
With 5 T's. Also, we have a documentary.
A documentary.
Nice.
All right. I'm actually going to change that to where the documentary is second, the tragedy is third. Just because I can. All right. So this is Seen Three Ways. We're going to see this first scene, short scene, 69 seconds with Melanie and Gabe, has something to do with a bunny-shaped cloud. In 3, 2, and 1.
Oh, it is such a lovely day.
It is. It's so romantic.
I think it's the perfect day for a spot of tea out on the lawn.
It is. It's nice of you to bring a basket and such a gorgeous day and not too sunny. Oh, look at that.
Oh, dear,
Oh, Charles.
do you see what I see?
I do. It's a hippity-hoppity cloud.
I would say more of a waddle float cloud.
It's definitely hippity-hoppity.
Oh, I think it's a duck. I've heard of this. It's the ears. They look like a bill.
Honey, I think you're wrong. And I think this is just a fundamental problem in our relationship.
You're right. It is a bunny.
That's right. I love you so much.
I
Let's
know.
drink, shall we?
I love you too, darling. You always make me feel so valued and listened to. It's delightful.
Cheese
Oh, please.
and grapes.
Oh,
Let's just not look up anymore. It seems to damage our beautiful relationship.
yes, I think it's best we keep ourselves practical and grounded and settled.
Yes. Yes. Ooh,
And
people are watching
scene.
us.
All right. That is a really good relationship. I feel like you guys are have a healthy,
Very healthy.
healthy
It was,
thing going
it
on.
was,
Yeah, yeah.
it was too true. It was too close to home, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to see that same loving relationship again as a romantic comedy in 3, 2, and 1.
Oh my goodness, the blanket has been ruined, the basket is broken, everything has gone wrong today. Oh,
Charles,
yes,
You know-
Stacy.
I know that we're here to talk about your old flame because we're best friends and not romantic in any way, but
No.
it is awfully nice to sit out here with you and look up at the gorgeous sky.
Oh, yes, it is. It is. It's helping me forget all about Sheila.
Maybe don't look at the clouds because they look like Sheila. And I
Yes,
think
that one cloud looks like a
Yes.
bunny, but its ears kind of look like her boobies.
Yes. I'm trying to get rid of it, honey. I didn't mean to call you honey. I did not mean that, Charles.
Oh,
I know
my,
we're just friends.
Is
But
this really how you feel?
I'm worried that she's going to see us, but yes.
Well, I have to admit, I was only with Stacy because she reminded me of you.
Well, I am Stacy, but
Oh, right. Well,
And scene!
I guess that just proves the point.
Gabe's character was going in the doghouse. All right. All right, we're going to see that same scene again as a documentary.
oh boy.
Oh, my.
And that is in 3, 2, and 1.
Charles,
Yes.
do you notice that when we're watching the cumulus behavior up in the sky, it's marvelous. And it reminds me why this earth is so infinitely wondrous.
It is infinitely wondrous, and how long it took us to realize that clouds shaped like animals, especially the fluffy and cute ones, tend to be the ones which offer the largest rainstorms. Very fascinating.
They are. And I would imagine that if we sit very quietly, we might actually catch the copulation behavior of the animalistic clouds.
Oh, yes. An
No.
animalistic cloud copulation is something of absolute, shall we say, obsession of mine.
We are probably the only documentarians to have had access this closely to this behavior. It's rather erotic.
Oh, yes, that cloud is getting very wet.
And scene. And scene. Oh, my God, and scene. All right.
Sorry. They
Um,
was this like cloud peeping toms? Like that was a really freaky thing.
It was a weird ASMR cloud experience with Melanie and Gabe. Hope you enjoyed it.
I would watch that documentary.
I would feel guilty watching it. I'd watch it by myself if no one else was around.
I think you'd have to pay $9.99 for that documentary. All right.
And now we're going to see that same scene as a tragedy. In 3, 2, and 1.
I think it's official. He's gone.
Yes, I think the wind is blowing.
Oh, Charles. He was with us so brief a time.
It is true, Stacy.
I know. He wafts away as if he never was.
As if we never were. As
No.
if I could never be with the cloud. Come back, please, little buddy.
No. It can't be true. It can't be true that life is as shiftless as air in the sky. What are we then? What are we in this world? If not dust, cloud. Why go on?
I see no reason.
Let's keep
And scene.
Whoa, Melanie trying
That
to
was-
end on a suicide pact.
That was
apparently.
sad. That was so
It
sad.
was so sad to hear about a cloud bunny crossing the Rainbow Bridge.
It was just weird.
Why is my shirt My shirt is not green. All right.
I like it because you remind me of a cloud in a way. It's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Shifting in and
Okay.
out.
Gabe, are you introing this?
Yes,
or-
I am. The next game up for us is Letter Sub with Chris and Patrick. So first things first, let's go ahead and get just 2 letters in the chat, not vowels, 2 consonants in the chat. We're going to have them swap out these letters in their speech. And let's also get a suggestion of any place. Any place, could be geographical or like a building. And I look forward to seeing what profane things they probably say.
Right. Okay.
What have I done?
Thanks for team chat. In case you missed it, go ahead and start putting common consonants into the chat. Oh, some of them
Been a while
already.
since I've introed on a Twitch show. Seriously.
We need letters and give us a place.
We need places.
Letters in place, please.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm still distracted by
That's
by
all right.
cloud porn.
I could. Well, it was so erotic and then became so sad, which is very often how most erotic things end. So that's
Yeah.
good.
Also, Cloud Porn was the name of my grad school punk band. But anyway, so we have the letter B.
Okay.
Okay.
B?
B as in Bravo.
And
The letter M.
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 B to M.
so we will take M's and make them
Yeah.
B's.
It's M
All
to
right.
the B. It's M to the B.
Yeah.
M to B.
Got it.
Okay.
All right. And the suggestion is a Wendy's parking lot.
Wendy's
Exciting.
parking lots. Okay.
All right, this will be letter sub them with our M's swapping to B's. This scene has something to do with the Wendy's parking lot with Chris and Patrick in 3, 2, and 1.
Hey, man. Hey, can you roll down your window?
Excuse B. This is a drive-through. You can't walk up and bang on my window and ask me, B, to roll it down to communicate with you, ban.
Sir, I'm down on my luck, and I really need just a little bit of bunny.
Well, I have a job. I work for Buy Bunny. You want bunny? Why don't you take these napkins, walk inside the restaurant, and hand them out to the customers? And I will pay you. I will pay you in real bunny.
You want B to walk around inside like I've got a real job?
Are you Dub?
I'm not Dub. I'm just lazy. It's easier if you just give me some money.
Look, I didn't buy my Mazda 4-door car you see out there in the parking lot by begging for bunny. I bake my bunny. I bake my bunny by working hard. This isn't my only job. I have 3 jobs: Wendy's drive-through, McDonald's fry cook, and on Sundays I work at Basie's.
Sir, that's part of my problem is there's just no jobs out there. You are taking all of them.
That's a good point.
Can you just give me your job here?
You could be my fill-in. I could use a break. I wouldn't mind heading over to the 7-Eleven and getting a Slurpee.
I'm free on Fun days.
Bundays won't work for B. I have Bundays off anyway.
Man, I don't know, man. I got to bake Bunny somehow,
Look.
and it's my first instinct is always going to be just ask people for Bunny, and usually they give you Bunny.
I'm starting to get a little biffed here. Okay, you're not paying attention. You're not listening to the words coming out of my mouth. Okay, focus. Go around.
I'm focused.
Into my eyeballs. I will mesmerize you. I'm a mesmerist. That's another job I have. All right. So
You have so many jobs.
I'm
jobs.
I'm multifaceted. I'm what you call a Renaissance band.
Can you teach me how to be a Renaissance band?
Well, first you need to volunteer your time. I recommend the Barch of Dibes. They're a good organization.
You're talking about giving more. I want you to just give me your Bunny. It's easier, man. It's just easier that way.
Fine. Just look. Let me open up my cash register. Pull out some ducats. Take this Bunny. Go spend it at the Freaky Whisker.
And scene.
I forgot what we called the strip club.
I don't know. Freaky Whisker is somehow
What was the name of the strip club game? I forgot.
It was the Winking Bunny, wasn't it?
The Winking
I don't
Kitty.
remember.
It was
The Winking Kitty. Sorry, there have been so many bunnies mentioned today.
a lot of bunnies. In that.
So much bunny.
Oh my
That's so
God.
thrown off by.
Actually, quick note: the Freaky Whisker was actually my midlife crisis punk band. Anyway,
I'm sure there was something there.
Freaky Whisper.
Oh man, that was one of those letter subs where as soon as it started, all M words just disappeared out of my head.
Yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure we said M's for B's, wasn't it?
No, we did it right?
Yeah.
Was it? I thought I got it backwards. Oh, whatever.
Oh no,
Oh,
that's
my
all right. It's Saturday night, and that's how it goes, baby.
Yeah.
All right, our final game. You guys ready to rumble?
Yes.
Do it.
Chad, you want to
Yeah.
intro Choose a Loser? Choose a Loser? Choose a loser?
absolutely, I will. So first of all, to get our Choose a Loser started, we need to ask Chris to go ahead and take out his earpieces. So, Chris, take it out. Bye, Chris. Okay, cool. Now, chat, how are you doing? I'm going to need some suggestions from you guys, and quite a few of them, too. Just keep them flowing. Just boom, 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 boom. What we're going to need is a bunch of suggestions of, like, famous people, of fictional people, of weird quirks, of weird things folks are going through, or someone going through a change, maybe a weird collection or a hobby that someone might have. If it's weird, put it in the chat, because we'll make it work. What we're going to do is we're going to play, basically, if anyone is familiar with the dating game, it's kind of like that, only we call it Choose a Loser, because otherwise we get sued. So Choose a Loser, basically, we're going to assign some quirks, and we're going to assign some personalities to some of the people who will be vying for the attention of our eligible chooser, which will be Chris. So Chris has no idea what we're about to assign these guys, and we're going to go ahead and get your suggestions to see what we're going to assign to them as personalities. And Chris will have to ask different questions to each of our contestants and decide which loser he would like to choose. So let's take a look here. First of all, we have acupuncturist right off the bat. An elderly person who has never used Zoom before.
Oh, please let me do that.
Guy Fieri, Steve Urkel, Michael from The Office, so Michael Scott, as it were. These are really good. Anything leaping out to you guys? I see Patrick is really wanting the old person who has never used
Chomping at the ever-living bits. Yeah.
Okay.
The only one of those that I know anything about really is Michael from The Office.
So you want to be Michael
I
Scott.
could do some kind of acupuncturist with maybe something else that, or I don't know.
I tell you what. How do you feel about Steve Urkel, acupuncturist?
don't know
Okay.
much. I'm not.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So that means keep the suggestions coming in the chat is what we're saying. But meanwhile, let's go back real quick. So you just want to be elderly person who's never used Zoom before, correct, Patrick?
And if there's something that needs, yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
Okay. And let's see, Gabe, you're going to be Michael from The Office.
Yes.
Can we give him a quirk?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Oh God, he's already got so many.
Yeah,
I can take a quirk as well. Why not?
sure.
But I mean, I think there's already plenty there.
So chat, that means we need to have a quirk. So go ahead real quick. And meanwhile, I'm going to look back through the chat, see if I can get some inspiration from some of you folks here. I tell you what. Okay, you know what? Okay. Oh my God, that's brilliant. Okay, Melanie, real quick.
Yes.
Melanie, first female president who was formerly an acupuncturist.
Oh, there you go.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, good. So we got that. Gabe, looking back through some of our old suggestions, told you, chat, they would probably come back. How about Michael Scott as a karate instructor?
What? Okay. All right.
What could possibly go wrong? Okay.
Dwight is my most loyal student, for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. Dwight has invented a color belt. Okay. So, Melanie, you are
The first female president who used to be an acupuncturist. And
Hey,
there's
Gabe.
no shame in that.
exactly. Gabe, you are.
I am Michael Scott, who is also a karate instructor.
All right. And Patrick, you are.
An elderly person who has never used Zoom before.
Okay. All right, guys. You know what that means. It is time to go ahead and give Chris the universal symbol for putting your earphones back in. Welcome, contestant, to the next episode of Choose a Loser. Would you like to tell the nice people out there a little something about yourself?
Yes, my name is Pat, and I collect bunnies.
Who doesn't? Exactly. I like ducks myself. They're very similar. Anyway, you know how this game is played. You're going to choose one of our lovely contestants today to be your date at Walmart. Yes, you will get a $10 gift card to Walmart with one of these folks. So go ahead, ask your series of questions, and see who you will choose and choose a loser.
$10 Walmart. I have to bring an extra car to pack all the goods I'm gonna get from that stuff. Okay. So contestant number one. I always, even when I was just a small child, I always dreamed one day of growing up and becoming a meteorologist. So on the news and stuff. Is there any sort of hopes and dreams of maybe something you wish you could have do when you were a child that you look forward to?
Well, when I was young, I had dreams of being a leader of some kind, but being a woman, it's hard. And yet I had parents who supported me. And so I worked hard. I joined the debate team. I ran for every local office I could, and gosh darn it, here I am. So I fulfilled that dream. I've done it.
Oh, I don't like running. Okay. Contestant number two.
Hi, this is Michael Jackson. Oh, little kid, I want to touch you.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's just a bit I do, and they love it. They love it. Go ahead with the question. I'm sorry. By the way, it's